Hey vinyl community, it's been a really long time since I've done any videos, so I'm going to try and get caught up here a little bit on some recent finds on a trip I took. Some of you know I travel for work quite a bit sometimes, and I had to make a trip. You know, I'm located in central Pennsylvania, and I had to go make see some customers of mine down in the Virginia area, down in the North Carolina, and back up. So kind of made a big loop, you know, from Pennsylvania down through Virginia. So I thought I would take you on my journey and show you what I picked up. And so let's start by the drive down. Well, folks, making a road trip, leaving Pennsylvania here. We're actually southern part of Pennsylvania now. Figured I'd take you on a trip with me. Okay, so the first place that I actually got to stop by was a place called Remember When Records down in Greensboro, North Carolina. And, you know, I got on Yelp and kind of checked the place out, and everybody said that the owner was kind of like nitpicky, you know, a little strange. He had a certain way that you had to handle his records, and so I had to go check it out just for that, because all these people were saying all this wild stuff about the guy. I went in and I could see what they're saying, but I didn't get that the guy was rude or anything. You know, he just he's very particular about his shop. You know, he comes over, he asks you what you're looking for, he'll direct you in the right direction. He you know, said how organized his record shop is and how he wants you to pull records out, but don't take them the whole way out, put them back down in unless you think you're going to buy. He was a little over the top, but still, nice guy, very nice guy. His prices were a little high. You know, there were a lot of records there that were, you know, he had $10, $20 on that I thought were $5, $8 records all day long. But anyway, good enough guy. I mean, I could see what people were saying about him. But anyway, I did, out of his record shop, there was a couple I wanted to get, but they were just too pricey. But I did pick up one. I picked up this album, Riggs. And it's a self-titled album. I had this cassette back in the 80s, and I liked it a lot. And you know, his records are very clean. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he cleans every one. A lot of his records weren't even out. He said if it doesn't meet a certain criteria, he doesn't even put them out. But anyway, so I paid $8 for this. You know, he puts the rating on it and everything and all this information. So sure, he was a little picky, but whatever. And I didn't have a bad time there. So I moved on to the next place called, it was called CFBG, and I'll throw a picture into that. Okay, this is also in Greensboro, North Carolina, this CFBG Records or whatever. I don't even know what it stands for, but I did stop by there. Now, totally the opposite of the place I was at before, you know. Records, it was clean, don't get me wrong, nice people in there, little, you know, across town in Greensboro there. But I picked up the Johnny Van Zant band, which round 2, so this might be their second record, I don't know. I have a couple Johnny Van Zant records, and you know, I always liked his Last of the Wild Ones album, which was really good southern rock. I like it a lot. So, but I picked this up. I think it might have been $4. I did see this actually at that Remember When record shop I was at prior to this, and it was like an $8, $9 record, and I picked it up here for $4. So anyway, nice place. I got there right before they were closed, and I only had about 20 minutes to look through stuff, so very cool. And then on to the next place. Okay, I left Greensboro, and I went over to, golly, I forget, another place in North Carolina. I didn't have time to look for records there that night. But, so the next morning I got up and I traveled back up into Virginia, and I stopped in Richmond, Virginia to see a customer. And I hit up a record store there. By the way, I'm listening to the Winery Dogs today. I mean, I've been listening to this record like crazy. You know, I've had it for a while, but for some reason it's on my turntable and I can't get it off. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I stopped at this place called Deep Groove Records, and I'll throw a picture in of it here. Really cool place. The owner gave me a bunch of, I wonder where it's at here. Gave me a bunch of cool little things, like it's a great little place. I mean, if you're in Richmond and you're a record collector, you gotta stop by this place, because the guy has the coolest little shop in the world. And it's called Deep Groove, and he gave me a sticker, gave me a magnet, little magnet, and he gave me some cards and these little flyers about his place. The guy just, he talked to me. His prices were good. His shop was clean. He had interesting items in it. And he had good prices. I mean, he had new stuff and he had, you know, used stuff. And it's just a little wee tiny place that I found on a side street. But man, it's worth it. So stop by there. And I'll give you another tip. If you're in Richmond, I had lunch there as well too. There's a place called Lunch, of all places, and I had the best French dip sandwich I've ever had in my life. So if you're in Richmond, and I'd actually like to make a trip down there and spend a weekend. There was another record shop downtown. I can't remember the name of it, but I wanted to go there. And I found the place, and I kept driving around. It was right downtown in the city, and I kept driving around, and I couldn't find a parking spot. And I'm like, all right, well, okay, this isn't worth it. But anyway, back up to Deep Groove. I got some really good stuff there. So here's what I picked up there. First off, I bought new Motorhead, No Sleep Till Hammersmith. And this was $12 new, you know, so really good deal on that. And then the rest of the stuff was kind of in well, I did pick up Bad Company 10 from 6, and this was $3, well, $3 on it. And you know, you can't go wrong with any Bad Company record. But and then he did have a $1 bin, which had some, you know, stuff that wasn't maybe as great a quality, but was still good stuff. And for $1, I picked these up, $1 or $2 a piece. Bo Cephas, old Hank Williams Jr. I get into my country kick sometimes, and I want to be all tough and be country, but I'm still a metalhead at heart. Picked up 38 Specials, first album. And then I picked up 2 Bonnie Raitt records. Green Light. I love Bonnie Raitt, man. Her voice is like silk. It's as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, as David Allen Coe would say. And then Sweet Forgiveness by Bonnie Raitt. Man, she can just play guitar and sing like nobody's business. So that's my update. Maybe I'll do another video later. Who knows? I'm home this weekend. My wife is away at a cancer walk. She lost both of her parents to cancer, so her and her sister went to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and did a cancer walk. And real proud of her for that. But anyway, that's what's going on. And so I'm home this weekend and got some time since I'm by myself to do some videos. So, and get on YouTube a little bit. All right, hope you all are having a great day and have a good weekend, and talk to you soon.